you guys are in the squirt zone. I don't swear I'm gonna spit on you, that's for sure, I swear. I shaved for this. I shaved for you people. Remember this? Was everyone this people? Yes. I'm like a 2-for-1 special. You go down on me, I'm gonna floss your teeth. You got chicken in your teeth, you don't got chicken in there anymore, Daddy? Turkey the business in the front, dingleberries in the back. It's okay for the people that don't get a puzzled look on your face. I'll explain. I'm a little bit of a storyteller. During COVID, we had Zoom meetings and we would only wear clothing from the waist up. It kind of works the same way for me with shaving. I was like, I don't want to shave all the time. I'm a little lazy. So I'm going to shave the front of the puss, not the whole thing, okay? I shaved when it got itchy, like my husband does, it's itchy. So I just sat there like a little Chewbacca, just like, itchy. Yeah, it's not that time. But yeah, I got my cheeks streak because I'm a little squirrel. I'm like so squirrel brain. I'm having sex. I'm like, I gotta pay the bills tomorrow. Take the insurance and walk the dog. I'm like, all right. Sorry. Make sure you pay the taxes. Anybody stick with their New Year's resolutions? Only 5.5 months in? No, not me either. Gotta lose a little bit of weight myself. Yeah, it's a little bit nicer now. I recently moved, so I have a neighborhood gym, so I don't feel that obligation and not look that good in front of people. Look at this cowboy. They should. Put the sign back over my knee. Where the hell did you come from? Goddamn. That's the trick on. But the ladies come in the gym, they got these cute little 2-piece outfits, right? And I look like I crawled out underneath the treadmill, like, hi, it's me. It's sweatshirt, let's say. I look like Under Armour sponsored them. I look like an Oriental Market sponsored them. She's so singing. Something wrong down now. She can get out. But that's how I know it's time for me to leave the gym, because I was doing a leg press and I'm like, God damn, I stink. God damn, this bitch stinky. I gotta get out of here. Oh, shit. Thank God there's showers attached to that clubhouse. I'll tell you what. Put some pussies, right? Get back out there. Can't believe summer break is here. My parents are my parents up? Yes. I think the school system plans it for us. They give a little breaks in between the year, so that way they give us that 2 months off with our little cross goblins. I'm like, what are we gonna do? 2 months? There's only so many pools you can go to, pool parties. Busch Gardens, Venture Island. You can go to Busch Gardens. And sorry, I gotta come up there. I was spin. My cowboy still got me worked up. But yeah, and the kids too, they don't want the snacks and stuff that you brought. They want like funnel cakes, nachos, they got everything else. And then by the end of the day, you're just dumping baby powder down your ass like you get swamp crush. It's like, can't wait to leave. Done with Busch Gardens. No more. And my thing to cool off before I leave Busch Gardens, I like Dippin' Dots. Any Dippin' Dots lovers? Yes. All right, that's my thing. I always get an extra spoon because I'm a habitual spoon dropper when it comes to Dippin' Dots. Then I also have my daughter who has followed suit. She is a habitual, spoon dropper as well. So if I don't get extra spoons, I look like someone in the park has paid me to eat the Dippin' Dots. I'm just like, no spoon, I'm just like, all down my face. Man. But a lot of you know me. If you don't, I grew up with a lot of substance abuse, also domestic violence. So when Derek would go to our school, I was like, oh shit, they know about us. I And they would come to the auditorium, and then I remember they were like, if anybody has anything to report, if you're around family members or things that are harmful to you, you can let us know. And I go to put my hand up, and my brother's like, what are you doing? Fucking Mark. I'm also going to pay the bills. But I think if you, moderation is key, right? They tell you, maybe do one line of cocaine, not 17. 4 years, not 24. Maybe not a problem. And if you didn't do the first 2 things, you would lead into domestic violence. All right? No one fights sober unless you're an asshole. Or just mad at the world. But I have a story. My cousin's here. I think this is a good Carpenter story for you. It's one of our favorites. My brother and I, we were camping with our parents, and we were coming over the Skyway Bridge. Now, my mom used to buy my dad a necklace before Pandora, called Mandora.
Which brother?
But it was like a little necklace and had little tools on it and stuff. It was cute. And then my mom would also buy him glasses, every now and then, throughout the year. And when they would fight, this was the first thing my mom would go and grab, just to piss him off, right? We are driving over the Skyway. My mom reaches over to grab these glasses and chain off my dad. My dad looks at my mom, grabs his glasses, and throws them out his own window. Looks back at me and my brother and go, they were going anyway! I was like, great. It's a 50-50 chance that we get home alive tonight, right? Should have let me call the dare people. Son of a bitch. Love them. But no, they've gotten better. I think a lot of people, and myself, kind of cut back a little bit on some things. I think you have a better life, less fighting. So I think we're all a little, it's a WAP, or a little whip, work in progress. And I'm also a realtor. So I love being a realtor. I've helped so many different family, friends, and I get asked to do this story quite a bit. So my very first showing, I was showing in Caliente, and it's wonderful. And it was my very first showing ever, so I am sweating ducats. Okay. I'm getting dressed, I put on a turtleneck and a chastity belt. And I am ready! And I had a lady ask me, she's like, how do they do their open houses? And I'm like, well, I look for the sign, but instead of an arrow, it's just a huge dildo pointing towards the house. It's a normal open house, Sometimes you can make it. But I meet this gentleman, he's very nice. I showed him Paradise Lakes. That honestly wasn't his favorite, so we go to Caliente. Get through the guard gate. And excuse me, cowboy, I know you cause a lot of scenes, sir. But that's what? Cowboy.
Don't not.
But yeah, so we leave. I showed him casitas, there is houses, condos, and now I show him a townhouse. I get to the door, and there's this lady. Let me put this in perspective for you. She's about 70 to 80 years old. She answers the door with what seemed to be an old nightgown, and her bush just sticking out, like this old gray bush. And it was very well groomed, I was very, very impressed. I go, okay. My client's gonna be here any second. Would you mind covering up? She's like, sure, no problem. My client comes and meets me, and he goes, I know this is gonna be an interesting one, the seller's home. I go back and knock on the door. She answers the door with a shirt now that is even shorter than the first shirt she has on. So full of bush, that's what I call her. And we're going in. This is it. Let's go. This is the last one for the day. And then we proceed to the house. These people have now made themselves into artwork. So she and her husband have artwork as her husband's like this, with huge balls made out of grapefruits. I'm like, does that convey? And then the lady, I go up to another room and I see her, she's shaped as a banana with huge cherries as her tits, and then a strawberry for her genitalia. And I'll tell you right now, I did not see any hair on that strawberry. Okay? Not like that lady. But as I was leaving, I take a lot of notes, and I was frantic. I was like, this is the craziest showing I've ever been in. As I'm leaving, I forget my notebook. Say goodbye to my client. client, I realized I gotta turn around. I have no idea at this point where I left my trapper keeper. So as I turn around, I'm a little frantic. This guy, I see him walk up to me, and he's just in short sneakers and socks, just. I'm like, I go, he's like, you lost? I go, I think so. He's like, my name is Nick, and I'm like, well, it's nice to meet you both. I go, I'm just trying to find my trapper keeper and get out of here. And he goes, oh, you're selling my bill, you're going to Bill and Susan's. I go, yeah, Bill and Susan's. And he goes, well, I'm Nick. I go, if you need anything, I'm here. I go, bet you are. Bet you are. I go back to the door, knock on it. Here she is, full bush, with my trapper keeper. When I take notes at showings, I doodled this lady as a woman with a bush. She had put a red check mark on the note, knowing that she saw this, and she looks at me and winks. I'm like, goodbye to you, your bush. And as I'm leaving, I see Big Dick Nick behind me in the rear view, just like, I'll be back, Big Dick Nick, I promise. But I always do a little song at the end of my shows. That's what I like to do. It's my shtick. It's my thing. And since I was sick, I lost my voice a few weeks ago. Couldn't perform here. So, and Little Mermaid's coming out. So this one's for you guys. And for Big Dick Nick. Up where they walk, up where they run, where they live naked in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could live in Caliente. Flashing my tits only gets me so far. Before I end up in Pinellas or Pasco jail. Say hello to my dad, my brother, couple cousins too. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I know my membership starts right now. Watch and you'll see, one day we will live in Caliente.